I've got happy planners. Hey there, it's Elisa, but of course you can call me Ellie. Every day I strive to live a more planned out, organized, and creative life, and to do that I end up using a lot of planners. I've always loved using journals and calendars and planners, and I've gone back and forth between what kinds of planners I like to use. Do I like to do a decorative planner, more functional planner, something in between, multiples of different kinds? Last year I just did a solely functional planner. No stickers, no highlighters, nothing. It was just a big old planner that I just wrote stuff in, and it did not look pretty. This year I do want to get back into making my planner look really pretty, but I'm not going to be able to let go having that kind of ugly, just purely functional planner. So I'm gonna go back to using multiple planners in the same year, all just giving the same information, just in different ways. Is that necessary? No. Will it help me stay more organized? But will it make me happier? Hopefully. So this year I'm going to use a few different happy planners, all in the classic size, and that's basically what I'm gonna stick to. But I do have a guided journal thingy by Erin Condren that I got from the Dream Plan Hustle Brunch and Workshop earlier this summer in Chicago. So I just want to show you what all I'm working with this year. I don't think I'm going to be able to film everything that I'm using in one sitting. I might end up filming different planners on different days, so I apologize ahead of time if there's any change in video quality or lighting or framing or anything. But without any further ado, let's take a look at my planner stack for this year. All right, so I recently found this planner at Michael's, I believe the first week in July. I haven't seen what it looks like on the inside yet, which makes me a little bit nervous, but the plan is, oh, sorry for the glare. Let me try to move it away. The plan is to use this for my decorative planner for this year. I didn't do too much decorative planning in 2021, and I had bought this planner in 2021 with the intention of using it as kind of like a decorative and memory keeping planner. And unfortunately I just never got around to using it, and I thought it was so pretty, and I loved the colors, and it's just absolutely stunning. And it made me really sad that I'm probably not going to be able to get to use this much because it's done at the end of this year. So I might still pull some months from here just to say that I did use it, and maybe even use this cover instead. I don't know. But when I found this planner at Michael's, I got excited. It had kind of similar vibes. And so it made me a little less sad that I wasn't going to get to use the other planner, because this one looks just as good. Hopefully. We'll see what it's like once we open this baby up. So, since it was at Michael's, and it was like on display at a store, it has this huge like thing for it to hang on, which I never know how to take this off. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this glare from my light is super obnoxious. I'm so sorry. So we're gonna cut this off. Oh, that's such a satisfying sound, isn't it? Okay, so far so good. Looks pretty neutral. Let's see how this comes off. Ooh. Ooh, I like how it has like these moons on the back. That's cool. I hate this like sticky stuff that stays on there though. Ugh. I don't want to wait to take it off until later, because then it's going to get everywhere. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and take this. I'm not gonna lie, this was like a super impulse buy, and I got this because I had a coupon and just because of the colors. But I'm like just now reading this quote on the front, and I do like it. Slow down, deep breath, start again. I like that. That's real nice. All right. Ooh, okay. I'm liking this so far. It does make me a little sad that this is like very goldy gold, and the other one that I was going to use was like a rose gold. This is almost like a greenish gold, but that's fine. So take this off. Maybe I'll just cut it. right. And just like this little intro card, just in case. I don't know. There it is if you want to read it. Okay. I like how this looks. This is very, like, I don't know, sophisticated. It would look better with some metal discs, so we'll probably be changing these out. Okay. I like this. It's very like streamlined and black and white. It kind of bothers me when there's a ton of colors. There is a little bit of color in the binding here that matches the cover, but that's fine. And then it does go through December. Ooh, and I like how blank this is. I do, I have started, so each month starts with like this kind of overview page, but in the past, I actually covered up like where it has the month, and I like made it for a different month. So at the end of July, there's this August thing for the month of August that's coming up. But when I use this planner, I'm probably going to cover this up and use this for July, because that just works better for me to have it at the ends than at the beginning. But yeah, I like how this looks so far. Look to the stars with shimmering eyes. And then this is kind of like shiny. It's hard to tell. There's like these shiny little flecks everywhere. That's pretty. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Again, there is still kind of that coloring on the binding, but that can easily be covered up. And everything else is just super, super neutral. That's awesome. And I also appreciate how small and thin the text is, and that at the very top, it's very like minimalistic, so it can be covered up easily if I do decide to cover this in stickers, which is why I originally bought this planner. All right, same thing with the binding. We're getting that color, but everything else is seeming pretty neutral, pretty simplistic, minimalized. I am really, really liking this. I also like how this dot grid over here is like a gray color, because when it's like harsh black lines, it can be really difficult to cover up with lighter colored stickers. So I appreciate that. Nice. Okay. All right. Let's look at what the rest of this planner looks like. Not a huge fan of this July divider. Like, it's very like grayish, and then like this, it's like oceany, and I'm not big into the ocean, so I'm always a little sad when my birth month has kind of a lousy divider, but that's fine. Oh sure, and August is just gorgeous. Would have loved that one. Love this note paper, and I love how it looks like it just flows in from the cover. That is gorgeous. we have it. I did get this planner last year to use last year, but it's so pretty and I hate the idea of not using it. And my cats did bite it a little bit, so I can't resell it anyways, or not in good conscience. And it's so pretty and I hate the idea of not using it. So I think I'm actually going to keep this and kind of include it in like my planner stack for this year, and then actually use it for like rewind spreads, because I did buy a lot of sticker kits that like say specifically 2021 on it. So I have stickers for this. So I'm going to be working in 2 different memory keeping planners, basically, one for 2021 and then I have a separate one for 2022. But yeah, so I still want to be able to use this. I haven't decided how or when I'm going to be doing the rewind spreads, but I will be filling this out. I just don't know how I'm going to show you yet. But since this does go through till the end of this year, I figured I might as well show you what the inside looks like. I don't know if they're still being sold on the website since they are kind of older. But I'm sure some buy-sell trade groups still have them floating around. I don't know, maybe they're still in the stores. I mean, they're still for this year. Oh, that's so pretty. It's like this cool, like, I mean, it's still that like glossy texture, but it's like the cover is foiled and then it kind of looks like white craft paper almost. And then it is on plastic rose gold rings. I'm not usually a huge fan of the plastic rings, but since this is just going to be a memory planner, it's okay if the rings aren't that sturdy, since I'm not going to be like throwing it around in my car or anything. So I've learned to just cut this off instead of trying to slide it off because it's such a hassle. Alright, so this is a vertical layout. So it comes with this little like welcome to the happy planner thing, and then their social information. And then this is a beautiful cover page. So this happy planner belongs to, and then a space to write your name, Plan a Happy Life 2021 through 2022. And then it's all kind of this like blush rose gold and then like black and neutrals color theme that I was going for last year, and ended up not using like half of the stuff that I bought for last year, but that's fine. I still really like color scheme, I guess that's a better way to say it. And then I do like how the Happy Planner has been organizing this little like cover page for each month. I think I've brought it up before in other videos, but I prefer to use like the cover page after the tab for that month. So I'll probably cover this with stickers, and then I'll like write over where it says August and then use this page for July. And then after August, I'll like cover this and use this page for August, if that makes sense. But yeah, so let's go through and kind of get an idea of what this baby looks like on the inside. I absolutely love how neutral this looks. This is going to be so perfect for memory keeping, since it's really easy to cover up these boxes with stickers, since there isn't like a bunch of like colors and everything. Even like the binding side of the pages is blank. That's so nice. Now for me, I'm probably going to stop here in this planner and then take out everything after July, since I already have a planner that includes July through December for 2022. Although I do really like how this looks, so maybe I'll keep these. We'll see. Woo. Ooh, I like when the notes page has dot grid paper on it, or any kind of grid on there, but it does have this little section for notes, which is also nice. This is a 27-month calendar planner thingy that I got from Walmart, actually. I was looking for something small enough that I could keep any important dates or meetings, events, appointments, things like that, and something small enough that I could keep with me while I'm out and about, just in case I run into something where I need to know if I'm available for that day real quick. You know, like things that normal people put in their phone, but I like to use my pen. I'm probably not going to be filling out most of these pages in the back, since I have an actual larger planner for that. I just wanted something that I could keep with me to at least have a general idea of if I'm available on a certain day or not. So this will be part of my lineup as well. Sorry about the glare here. I'm going to try to avoid it as much as I can. I just want to quickly flip through this Erin Condren goal setting journal. We received this at the Dream Plan Hustle brunch and workshop hosted by Dream Plan Hustle in June of 2022. I am not super up to date on Erin Condren releases, unfortunately, so I don't really know when this particular journal came out, but I think it's going to be a cool journal. Ironically, this is meant to help you identify and stick to goals that you make, and one of my goals is to be better about filling out journals and planners that I have. So I'm going to use this journal to help me use journals. This is the first Erin Condren journal or book type thing that I have, so I'm really excited. I can definitely feel that it's good quality, so I definitely see what all the hype is about with all of the Erin Condren type stuff. Usually I stick with Happy Planner just because that's what I'm used to, but I really like this. So let's get into it. So at the workshop, they did say that they wanted us to actually use this right away because so much of us hoard planner supplies without using it. So they did encourage us to write in this and put stickers in it as soon as we got it in our hands. So I do have this little gold check-in sticker because we were supposed to put a sticker next to whichever of these options we would have the most difficult with. So I put mine next to set yourself up for success, because I seem to make goals and then kind of set myself up for failure for those. But other than that, this should be pretty clean, and everything else should look as it does when it comes. I do like the cover that's already on it because of the quote, but I'm not the biggest fan of how it looks with my current planner stack. So I did get a new cover from Paper Amore Studio. Amore? It did let you put an initial on it, so of course I put E for Elisa, or for those of you who call me Ellie. This is a lot trickier than the Happy Planner, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh, and don't forget about my functional dashboard Happy Planner. I already flipped through this in another video, so I'm not going to flip through this one again. If you want to see what the insides look like, go ahead and check out that other video. I'll link it down below, and then I'll do an update on how I kind of added some extra tabs and stuff in here since then. Later. I did though just flip the cover on this one, so when I got it, this was the front, and then this was the inside, but then it's like a reversible cover, so I just flipped that so it kind of would look better with the rest of my planners as they're all like sitting together. And then I had these old like pink rose gold metal rings that I got from Amazon like a million years ago, so I don't even know what brand they are or anything, but I thought they looked nice with this. So I am using this planner as well. All right, so here's how everything looks all together. Super cute. I really like it. Oof, there's just too many. I am really happy with how everything turned out. I mean, it's not like they're all super matchy-matchy, but they do definitely go together. So I have the main functional classic size dashboard, the classic size vertical that I'm going to be using for my 2021 rewind spreads, the classic vertical that I'm going to be using for the memory keeping or rewind spreads for this year, the guided Erin Condren journal for goal keeping or goal setting, and then my little kind of to-go planner calendar thingy, and then some unrelated items. So I have this new phone case that I think goes really well with everything. I actually got this a little while ago and I didn't intend for it to match everything so well. I guess it's like not 100% perfect, but like, I don't know, it still kind of goes. And then this is like a little wristlet pen case thing that I got from Amazon that I'm super obsessed with, that I've been using. So that way I have all of my functional pens that I need, and then I keep this inside of here. So that's nice. It doesn't really go with the theme, like this like grid pattern, but it definitely matches, I think. So, ooh, and this is my iPad and my iPad case, and that it's just so perfect. Oh, I love when everything matches. All right, if I start pulling everything that matches inside my house, there'll be nothing left of my house. So I'll leave it at this. I'm super excited for this year. I've already started using my dashboard quite a bit, and it is working perfectly. So I'm excited to see where this year will take me as far as planners go. And yeah, I'll try to keep you updated as much as I can. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Ooh, and this is gonna look so pretty with the rest of my planner stack. Oh, look at that. And then I have my little pen case for the year and my phone case for this year. Oh, it's all gonna look so pretty together.